When you step into a crowded place and suddenly feel anxious, restless, or emotionally heavy, it's not random. It's a spiritual download, your soul reacting to the dense, unprocessed energy of others. While most people walk through life numb, you feel the undercurrents that no one talks about. This isn't weakness, it's awareness. You're not too sensitive. You're tuned in. Imagine a radio picking up multiple channels at once. That's your nervous system in a crowd. The tension, fear, sadness, and frustration of others stick to you because your spiritual antenna is open. Science now backs this up. Studies show that empathic individuals register stronger neurological responses to social stress. Your body literally mirrors others' emotions like a sponge. This is why after family gatherings, workplaces, or malls, you often feel drained or in need of silence. You're not antisocial, you're recovering from energetic overload. What feels like weakness is actually a sacred sensitivity, a divine tool for discernment and guidance. One of the biggest lies chosen ones are told is that they're antisocial or introverted in a negative way. But what if your seeming withdrawal is actually protection? What if your quiet is a sanctuary rather than a prison? Being spiritually awake in a sleeping world makes crowds feel jarring. You see through masks, sense hidden motives, and feel the pain behind people's smiles. That awareness isn't something you can turn off. Your soul longs for authentic connection, not surface-level noise. This is why small, intentional gatherings feel nourishing while big social events feel draining. It's not your personality, it's your calling. Chosen ones often have stories of sudden separation, friends fading away, invitations drying up, or doors mysteriously closing. At first, this feels like rejection, but spiritually it's protection. Your energy is a seed. Not every soil can hold it. When God sets you apart, He's shielding your spiritual roots from being trampled by people who cannot yet understand your calling. Think of a delicate sapling. It must be fenced off to survive storms and predators before it grows strong enough to stand uncovered. That's you right now. Sometimes the rejection you feel is a hidden redirection to a safer, higher path. You're being preserved for purpose. When you enter an environment full of unresolved pain, gossip, or resentment, your body reacts even before your mind does. Your heart may race, your mood may dip, or you may feel a sudden urge to leave. This is energetic empathy at work. You're carrying a higher vibration than the room, which naturally creates tension. Like a clean glass of water poured into a dirty one, your purity stirs what's hidden. People may not know why they feel unsettled around you, but their subconscious does. This explains why some strangers feel instantly drawn to you while others seem resistant. Your energy acts as a mirror, revealing what's inside them. Rather than internalize their discomfort, understand it's a sign you're shifting atmospheres. It's not that something's wrong with you, it's that something's awakening in them. Your gift of feeling deeply allows you to comfort others, sense danger, and make intuitive decisions. But it also leaves you open to absorbing energies that aren't yours. Many chosen ones find themselves exhausted after listening to someone's problems, watching intense news, or even scrolling social media. This is because their emotional body is porous, absorbing vibrations like a sponge. Psychologists call this emotional contagion, but spiritually it's the price of being a healer in an unconscious world. You're wired to feel so you can guide, but not to drown. This is why boundaries aren't just healthy, they're holy. Learning to cleanse your energy, pray, or meditate after interactions is essential for your survival. Have you noticed how some people get defensive or irritated in your presence, even if you've said nothing? That's because your vibration silently exposes what's hidden. Light irritates darkness. Truth unsettles lies. Purity triggers guilt. This is why many spiritual leaders throughout history were misunderstood or rejected. Their presence revealed what others wanted to hide. Your energy may cause unconscious people to project, criticize, or distance themselves. Don't take it personally. It's spiritual law. You're not meant to dim your light to fit in. You're meant to shine so others can awaken when they're ready. In almost every sacred story, elevation is preceded by separation. Moses was hidden before leading. David was tending sheep before the throne. Even Jesus spent time alone in the wilderness before his public ministry. This pattern repeats in your life because solitude shapes character, sharpens discernment, and deepens intimacy with God. While others are distracted by noise, you're being trained in silence. While others seek crowds, you're building roots in stillness. This isn't a setback, it's a setup. God hides what he's preparing until the appointed time. Solitude isn't isolation, it's incubation. It's the fertile soil where revelation grows. In your quiet moments, you hear God's whispers, refine your vision, and heal from old wounds. Without these spaces, your gifts would remain undeveloped and your spirit overwhelmed. Think of an artist retreating to create a masterpiece or a scientist isolating to solve a complex problem. Solitude isn't absence, it's focus. Many chosen ones resist solitude at first, mistaking it for loneliness. But over time, they realize it's where their true power emerges. Cherish your alone time. It's your spiritual training ground. It's important to distinguish between being spiritually isolated and being emotionally lonely. Spiritual isolation is intentional and fruitful. Loneliness is accidental and draining. The former fills you with clarity and peace. The latter leaves you empty. You know you're in spiritual isolation when, even though you're physically alone, you feel guided, loved, and purposeful. This is why prayer, meditation, or journaling during your solitude is vital. It transforms empty space into sacred space. Don't confuse your assignment with abandonment. God's silence isn't rejection, it's preparation. Crowds carry collective energy, beliefs, fears, and patterns. When you immerse yourself in them too often, your inner voice gets drowned out. You start questioning your discernment, doubting your path, or adopting habits that aren't yours. This is why, after too much socializing, you may feel confused or disconnected from your calling. The Bible speaks of the narrow path few find. That path requires focus, and focus requires distance from the noise. This doesn't mean you'll never engage crowds. It means you must anchor yourself first. Your clarity thrives in stillness, not in chaos. Just as you lock your home to keep it safe, you must set boundaries to protect your energy. This isn't selfish, it's stewardship. Protecting your energy may look like limiting certain conversations, avoiding drama, or saying no to invitations. It may also mean creating spiritual hygiene practices like prayer, fasting, or cleansing rituals. When you treat your energy as sacred, others will too. When you respect your boundaries, your gifts multiply. Your calling requires a clean vessel. Protecting your energy is how you stay ready. Your purpose is unique, and unique paths rarely have traffic. If you try to walk with everyone, you'll slow down. Great thinkers, artists, and prophets all testify to seasons of obscurity and solitude before impact. That's not coincidence, it's necessity. Your mission demands clarity, focus, and resilience. Those can't be cultivated in constant noise or people-pleasing. God separated you because he wants to speak to you without interference. The fewer voices you entertain, the clearer his becomes. Chosen ones often wonder why they face so much resistance in social environments. People misunderstand, mislabel, or even resent them. This is because your spirit doesn't conform. Your presence disrupts patterns. Your choices convict others without a word. This isn't your fault, it's your light. Resistance is a sign you're shifting atmospheres. If no one opposes you, you're probably not making an impact. Learn to interpret resistance as confirmation, not condemnation. Your difference is your evidence. One of your greatest spiritual skills is discernment, knowing what's yours and what's not. Before and after gatherings, take time to check in with yourself. What emotions arose? What thoughts weren't yours? Pray, breathe, or journal to release anything foreign. Over time, you'll learn to walk into a room without absorbing it, like a lighthouse standing firm amid waves. This discernment protects your health, your focus, and your joy. It's not about isolation forever, it's about mastery. Chosen ones thrive in intimate, authentic connections rather than large crowds. A small circle of supportive souls nourishes you far more than dozens of surface-level relationships. Quality over quantity isn't just a cliché, it's a spiritual principle. Jesus had 12 disciples, not thousands of close friends. Surround yourself with people who respect your energy, understand your calling, and speak life into you. These relationships act as mirrors, sharpening and sustaining you. Your circle is your soil, choose it wisely. While your calling may keep you apart for now, you won't always be hidden. Part of your mission is to bring light into dark places without losing yourself. This means learning grounding techniques, spiritual practices, and emotional regulation so you can stand in crowds without absorbing them. Think of an ambassador. They live in foreign lands without becoming of them. That's your future skill. Until then, let your current season teach you how to stay rooted. Your isolation today is your training for impact tomorrow. Sensitivity, when mastered, becomes intuition. It allows you to read situations, sense timing, and make aligned decisions that others miss. Your gift helps you protect yourself, guide others, and fulfill your assignment. But it needs structure, just like a wild river needs banks to become powerful. Your solitude gives you the time to build those banks. Embrace your sensitivity. It's not a curse, it's your compass. Handled well, it will lead you exactly where you're meant to be. You may feel like you're missing out when you see others socializing, networking, or climbing ladders. But your journey isn't delayed, it's designed. God often hides his finest work until the world is ready. Your season of separation is perfectly timed. Trust that when it's time to step out, the right people, places, and opportunities will align effortlessly. Until then, lean into your preparation. Divine timing is never late. At some point, the fear of missing out turns into the joy of missing noise. This is a sign of spiritual maturity. You no longer crave validation from crowds. You no longer need constant activity to feel alive. Instead, you cherish your peace, your growth, and your connection to God. This shift marks a new level of readiness. It shows you're no longer running from yourself but resting in yourself. Celebrate this milestone. It's rare in a world addicted to distraction. Your peace is your power. Chosen one, your distance from others isn't a sign of rejection but of destiny. It's the space where your calling grows, your vision sharpens, and your spirit strengthens. The same God who separated you is the one who will send you when you're ready. Your current solitude is the womb of your future impact. Stop apologizing for your quiet seasons. Stop doubting your sacred sensitivity. This is the blueprint of the called. One day soon, you'll look back and thank God for every closed door, every lonely night, every hidden season. Because it was never isolation, it was alignment.